4 signs you're too nice, and people are using you instead of respecting you. Most people think being nice makes them respected, but here's the uncomfortable truth. Being too nice often makes you invisible, or worse, exploitable. If you constantly give, forgive, understand, and stay silent, yet people keep crossing your boundaries, draining your energy, and taking you for granted, this isn't bad luck. It's a pattern where your kindness is mistaken for weakness, where your silence becomes permission, and where people don't value you, they use you. In this video, we're exposing 4 dangerous signs you're too nice, not in a motivational way, but in a psychological, brutally honest way that most people are afraid to talk about. Because the goal isn't to become rude or heartless. The goal is to stop being easy to manipulate. Watch closely. One of these signs might already be controlling how people treat you. Number 1. You feel guilty for saying no, even when you're right. When you're too nice, no feels like a crime, not a choice. You over-explain, apologize excessively, and replay the moment in your head, wondering if you hurt someone's feelings. This guilt isn't kindness, it's conditioned fear of rejection. Psychologically, people who feel guilty for asserting boundaries were often rewarded in the past for being compliant and punished, emotionally or socially, for resisting. Over time, your nervous system learns that peace comes from self-sacrifice, so you choose comfort over self-respect. Here's the problem. People sense this instantly. When someone knows you'll feel worse saying no than they feel asking, they will keep pushing. Not because they're evil, but because human nature exploits the path of least resistance. The moment you feel guilty for protecting your time, energy, or values, you silently train others that your needs are optional. Respect begins when no longer requires an apology. Number 2, people only show up when they need something. If people mainly contact you when they want help, favors, emotional support, or resources, this is not coincidence. It's a transaction disguised as connection. Too nice individuals often overgive to prove worth. You listen endlessly, rescue people from consequences, offer time you don't have, and solve problems that aren't yours. Over time, this creates an unspoken dynamic. You become a resource, not a relationship. Notice the imbalance. When you need support, responses are delayed. When you set boundaries, energy shifts. When you stop giving, interest fades. This isn't because you changed. It's because the benefit pipeline closed. True value creates reciprocity. Over-availability creates entitlement. The more predictable you're giving, the less it's appreciated. People don't cherish what they never have to earn. Number 3. You tolerate disrespect to keep the peace. Too nice doesn't mean kind. It often means conflict avoidant. You laugh off rude comments, ignore subtle insults, and excuse behavior that quietly erodes your dignity. You tell yourself, it's not that serious, when your intuition knows it is. But peace built on silence is fragile. Every time you swallow disrespect, you send a message, not just to others, but to yourself, that your feelings rank below harmony. Over time, resentment grows, self-trust weakens, and people subconsciously lose respect for you. Here's the psychological truth. People respect those who enforce boundaries, not those who absorb disrespect. Calm confrontation signals strength. Silence signals tolerance. The irony? When you finally speak up after too long, people act shocked, not because you're wrong, but because you trained them to expect compliance. Number 4. You're valued for what you do, not who you are. Ask yourself this honestly. If you stopped helping, fixing, giving, and accommodating, would people still choose you? Too nice people often tie their identity to usefulness. You earn belonging through effort, not presence. You feel safest when you're needed, because being needed feels like being valued. But this is the most dangerous trap. When your worth is based on output, people don't see you. They see your function. And functions are replaceable. Real value doesn't beg, chase, or overprove. It's grounded. It allows others to rise to meet you instead of lowering yourself to be accepted. The moment you stop overgiving, 2 things happen. Some people leave, and those were never your people. Others adjust, and finally learn how to value you properly. Being kind is a strength, but unprotected kindness is self-betrayal. The moment you stop over-explaining, over-giving, and over-tolerating, something powerful happens. People either rise in respect or remove themselves. And both are wins. You were never meant to be liked by everyone. You were meant to be respected by the right people. If this video exposed a pattern you recognize, don't ignore it. Awareness is the beginning of change, but boundaries are where transformation starts. If this message hit you, like the video. Subscribe if you're done being used and ready to be valued, and comment below. Which sign opened your eyes the most?